Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Here we go, come on.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Say hello to somebody around you. Here we go.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
All right.
Good morning. How is everyone this morning? Oh, yeah, I don't need to. I got a big mouth. So isn't it beautiful out today? Everything washed away. I noticed it's usually on for me. I just had my hair done yesterday. The blonde just is coming out. All right. Oh, all right. So anyway, it's wonderful to have you all here this morning. It's wonderful, all of you that are on our love stream this morning. So let's get together and let's say our vision and mission and who we are. So we are a positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our vision is spiritual awakening and personal growth in a world that works for everyone. Our mission is to help individuals discover the spiritual tools and inner power that has the ability to transform lives and make the world a better place. And so it is. Amen. All right, so we have a bunch of stuff. So Dale's class is it starting this Tuesday already? Wow. The Untethered Soul. This is a fabulous, fabulous book. And knowing Dale, this is going to be an amazing class. So please, there's sign-ups out there. It's $100. That's a great deal. And it starts on this Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Thursday, I'm doing a service here for the World Day of Prayer service. There'll be churches all over, centers all over the world doing it, praying. Our practitioners, we're starting at midnight on the 14th, and a practitioner every hour is like holding the high watch and praying for world peace. And then we're going to have this service. We're going to have music. We're going to have meditation. I'm going to have a little Q&A because there are going to be some questions that I'm going to ask you to search your soul during the meditation, and then we'll discuss it a little bit at the end. So please join us here at 7 o'clock on Thursday. you know, we didn't have anything last week for Houston because, number one, you're not quite sure sometimes where to give your money to make sure that everybody who needs it gets it. But Michael Gott and Ricky Byers, they're doing a concert for Houston. I'm sure we're going to have something for Irma afterwards too. But it's online. You can go online and you can make your donations, and it will go to helping the people that are there in Houston that need support too. So please do that. There's flyers out there so you know where to click to go on and to do that. It'll be a live concert. And this Friday, Lou's back for Tai Chi, so you don't forget those our little Tai Chi people. Come here on Friday here. And I'm going to turn this over to Paul. Paul for the new.
Thank you. Good morning. So if you remember last fall, we introduced a new membership program. And we had about 120, thereabouts, come through that program in 3 different classes. And it was really amazing. So we're going to offer the new member program again, but we've also decided, for those of you who have been here a little over 2 years, so to speak, to create a one-day Reignite program. So we have 2 things that are happening. The first one is the new membership class, and that begins September 17th, which is next week. Oh my God, these dates are flying by. And it's 2 weeks of right after service. We feed you lunch. It's free. So if you like free stuff, there's a free lunch included in this. There's a little more hook with that. But and you have an opportunity to learn a lot more about the center. You get a private tour. You get a chance to meet some people that you probably don't know. And you'll get a chance to find out a little bit more about our culture. Reignite has a similar theme, but it's only one Sunday. It's on October 22nd. It'll be immediately following the 11 a.m. service on October 22nd. And it's an opportunity, if you've been here for a while, you see a lot of people wearing name tags, right? And if you've been here a little while, you're like, well, how come they get a name tag and I don't? So it'll allow you the opportunity to come in, meet some people. Again, there'll be a little tour with it. There'll be lunch. There'll be a chance to ask the questions you've always wanted to ask but been too afraid to ask, and get an opportunity to find out what our culture is really about, because it's really shifting. There's a lot of things that are changing. So if you're under 2 years and you've been here, you have a new member orientation, and there's a sign up out in front. I'll be out there right after service. And if you've been here 2 years, so to speak, or more, there is a Reignite program, which will allow you to spark a little bit more insight on your spiritual growth.
Thank you. Dr. Joe. Oh, what's going on? Okay, here.
So, good morning. Did you like the trio last week? Were they great? I managed to have lunch with them, I think, the next day, and we were talking, and, you know, they're off to Egypt and all this, and remember they mentioned that they were bringing a choir from Kenya to the United States, and they were going to tour? Well, I said to them, so where is this tour going? And so we went through the itinerary, and I said, can't you, between Las Vegas and Los Angeles, swing through Palm Desert? So October 18th, the Kenyan choir is going to be here on a Wednesday night. So, yeah, tickets are going to go on sale. All the proceeds go to offset their expenses for their world tour. So we were looking for some sponsorships. We'll be, talking to people about becoming sponsors for the program. We have to feed them dinner, and we want to show them a really good time. But we're going to have at least 16 of the members of the choir from Kenya here to perform. It's going to be on that Wednesday at 7:00. So please plan on buying tickets. We're not going to sell tickets at the door. They're only going to be advanced because we're letting the whole community know. So my guess is there won't be any tickets left once we let the community know. So October 18th, Wednesday, October 18th. So that's coming in the future. Back up one, William. I'll do this one. The AIDS Walk is coming up. If you want to participate in the AIDS Walk, there's a sign up on the patio. I'll be there with some other people. So that's on October 21st. Next one. Roll 2. On 2. 1, 2. Go. There should be one more. That's it. My class. Naturally, my class slide got forgotten. So I'm going to start my class starting on the first Monday in October. For the 5 Mondays in October, the class will start at, I think I said 6 o'clock, right? No, 9 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock at night. It's called Joining the Dance. In my opinion, there are 5 spokes that are on this wheel of life, and it's giving, receiving, asking, forgiving, and gratitude. And if we can learn how to use those and circulate those, then the wheel moves perfectly. So I'm going to be really diving deep into each one of those 5 topics every Monday, one of those Mondays. I will hit one each Monday. So again, it cost is $125 unless you're married at the center. Unless you're a member of. I saw the word married. Isn't that weird? How the word just kind of. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So. The cost is $125. We hope you're able to join us. We will be live streaming, so there will be a live stream as well. So if you feel like you're going to miss a class, you can live stream it. So that's it right now. Now I'm going to turn it over to Jerry Lynn because she's got an amazing group of people.
Come on out, kids.
There you go. Here they are. Here they come.
Well, we're going to feature the choir today with some really fun songs for you. And let's get started. I think you should go meet the people. Yeah?
One, two, three, and...
I got a feeling that today's gonna be a good day. That today's gonna be a good day. That today's gonna be a good day. Feeling,
Ooh, that today's gonna be a good day. That today's gonna be a good day. That today's gonna be a good day. Today's the day. Let's live it up. I know the seasons. Let's kick it up. Go out and smash it. Like, oh my God. Jump off that sofa. Let's kick it up.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down, go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out, losing all control.
Fill up my cup. Mazel tov. Look at it dancing. Let's kick it off. Let's paint the town. We'll shut it down. Let's put the roof. And then we'll do it again. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
feeling,
Ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Till the night.
let's live it up.
Live it up.
I got the money.
Hey,
Let's rain it up.
let's rain it up.
Go out and smash it.
Smash it.
Like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Jump off the sofa.
Woo!
Let's kick it off.
Fill up
My cup.
drink.
Mazel tov. Look at us dancing. Let's kick it off. We'll paint the town. We'll shut it down. Let's bring the roof. And then we'll do it again. Let's do it. 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 Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Here we go. Here we go. We gotta rock, 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 rock. Easy come, easy go. Now we on top, 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 top. Feel the shot. Body rock. Rock it, don't stop, 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 stop. Round and round, up and down, around the clock, 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 clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. We kick with us. You know what we say. Party every day, party every day. Ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be
Thank you, guys. Let's hear it for that band and this choir, you guys. This is really good. I'm loving this stuff. So good morning, again, officially. Wow, a lot's going on in the world again today. I was just telling the staff, I said, 1 week we're going to go but 1 week without something major happening. Ready? I think I'd like to have just 1 week of that. Well, 1 week or more. We'll call it 1 week or more. But wouldn't that be really nice if we could just get 1 week? So, Trey, my partner, was in Havana. He had an overnight in Cuba the night before it hit. So I'm really grateful that he got out safely, because there for a while we were, tracking the storm and hoping it didn't change course. And now I wish it would change course and just go out to sea, but I don't think that's happening right now. So let's just close our eyes for a moment. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale out. One more. Deep breath in. Sometimes we just don't know what to do in situations like this. And people say, just pray. And there are those people who respond, that just doesn't feel like enough. But in the science of mind, we move thought for a specific purpose. Prayer is the art and science of moving thought for a specific purpose. And so right now in our prayer time, I'd like us to move thought and move our thoughts into safety, security, courage, wisdom, calmness. Let's know that each and every person that is affected by this storm and by what's happening currently at this moment, that they're surrounded by an infinite intelligence that knows exactly what to do and how to do it. And so we just allow ourselves to be part of that process by continuing to hold the highest watch for them, not out of fear of what will happen or could happen, but from a place of knowing that whatever happens, that these things that we have moved into place, the wisdom, the balance, the order, the security, the courage, that all those things will be present as they walk through this and as the storm passes. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale out. All to Spirit I surrender. All to Thee I freely give. I will always love and trust You. In Your presence daily live. All to Spirit I surrender. All that's good is wholly mine. In Your presence, in this oneness, through You I am power divine, and I surrender all. I surrender all to Thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all.
Know with me that God is here. God is right here in this very room. And God is in Houston, Miami, India, Montana, and the Northwest, and every other place where we're experiencing life. Because God is everywhere. And God is in each and every one of us. God is the original Good Samaritan. And so, because each and every one of us is a child of God, within each and every one of us is a Good Samaritan. Today I choose to act upon that part of me, which is the Good Samaritan. I remember that every man, woman, and child is my brother and my sister. And I know that I am my brother and sister's keeper. So I extend my hand to those less fortunate than me. I give to them freely my heart, my soul, and my compassion. I give to them my talents. Rather than turn away in these times of uncertain conditions, I turn towards them. I offer them a lift because it is my responsibility to be of service. And I gladly assume and take on that responsibility right here and right now because I know of the blessings that I have. And it is with great gratitude that I give to others who in this time may be fighting for their lives. I give to them my spirit, my faith, and my belief, my strong belief that all is well and will continue to be better and better. I know and I remain faithful that positive outcomes are coming. And knowing that and believing that, I am so, so grateful. I am so grateful that I have the ability to be of service. And I'm so grateful that everything I put out into the universe comes back to me, pressed down and overflowing. And I am so grateful to have the Good Samaritan spirit in me and to act upon it. And I know each and every person in this room has that same spirit and in some way is acting upon it. And for that, I feel so blessed to be in the company of such wonderful and great spirits. The words I speak are words of blessings, but they're also words of truth. And knowing that to be so, I'm able to confidently release them into law and into the world. So please affirm them with me by saying, and so it is. Amen.
I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all. And I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all. All to thee, my blessed Spirit, I surrender all. Take a deep breath in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, my soul. Please join me. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, my soul. Get ready, get ready, my soul.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, oh, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We are all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, no one's all we need.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, make a better day, just you and me.
When you're down and out, there seems no hope at all. But if you just believe, there's no way we can fall.
If you just believe, there's no way that we can fail. When we stand together as one.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
children. We are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. It's true, we make a better day. We are the world.
Beautiful.
Take a bow, you guys.
Thank you guys so much. That's beautiful. Thank you. Okay, today my talk title is Who Really Needs a Title? How's that? I really didn't even care what my title was today. Today was like one of those days where you just go, okay, we're going to dive into some things that we needed to talk about again. Here we go. Together, please. This is our affirmation. The genius within me is now released. I am magnetic, harmonious, and poised for my highest good. Let's say that again. The genius within me is now released. I am magnetic, harmonious, and poised for my highest good. So as we move through these challenging times, I went back and I went to some of my favorite talks and I pulled out some of the things that I thought were most relevant. I call it like back to the basics, if you will. So some of these thoughts are the things that I just have been pulling out for myself as a way to spiritually deal with all the things that are going on in the world right now, okay? So the first one was this: the healthiest response to life is laughter. I made sure that I wasn't fixated on watching the news constantly. I did notice one thing, that when watching the news the past couple days, a lot of the situation didn't change, but it seemed to magnify my fear around it. You know, facts are facts, and we're going to deal with the facts as they unfold. But I do have a responsibility to myself to not continuously feed myself the fear, but rather separate myself from that and take some time to be quiet, to stand in faith, and to also find a reason to laugh, which I have been finding the silliest movies that I could possibly find, and sat there and I find puppy playing videos. I mean, anything I could to just distract from the fear momentarily. So I would recommend that is a prescription, right? Something that we can, use daily now to try to move through this challenging time. Also, there's always a reason to be grateful. While we may look at the world and see things happening in the world around us that we're not grateful for, I have in my own life, and I know you have in your own life, reasons to be grateful. And let us not walk away from those in this time. Don't walk away from what's good in your life and saying, I need to remain in gratitude. As these things happen to others, we know that, Tommy and her beautiful prayer, Tommy, that was a beautiful prayer this morning. And we stand with the courage and the faith and the trust and the truth. But I also know that I still have to remain grateful for what's going on in my world, all right? And stand in gratitude. And remember, I belong in the scheme of the universe. There is nothing to be afraid of. I am safe. All right, let's affirm that one. I belong in the scheme of the universe. There's nothing to be afraid of. I am safe. So in times like this, I said I want to go back to the basics. And these are some of the basic ideas and principles that I want to say, let's reestablish these in consciousness. All right? Because it seems like lately, like I was saying, every week there's something going on. And I want to go back, and when we go through the troubled time, I want to make sure that we could go back and reestablish for ourselves what the spiritual basis is of our own personal lives. Does that make sense? Because in order to give to others, we've got to be solid in ourselves, right? So I have to be solid in myself. So these are some of the things that I picked out that we need to make sure that we are focusing on in our life so that we can be of service to other people. So this is back to the basics. Peace of mind. What's going to bring us peace of mind in our own life? Next thing, good health. What are we doing to stay healthy? Creative and dream building. What are we doing to look forward into the future in our own lives? Positive and fulfilling relationships. How are we moving into those? How are we cultivating those? How are we exposing ourselves to new relationships so that we can get involved on a deeper, more intimate level with other people? Be in communion with them. Be in connection with them. Next one is material wealth and security. Who doesn't want to make sure that you feel financially secure? That's a big part of it. And time and money freedom. Those are things that I think they still have to remain part of what are our priorities in our world, even as things go on. In order for us to be of service to other people, these things have to remain as our basic foundation. Does that make sense? Yes. So it's not about being selfish, it's about making sure that, again, in order to be the caregivers for other people, in order to be able to extend myself to help other people, and we're going to be called upon to do that. We've got, there's churches in Florida right now, our own CSL churches are really in danger of disappearing because of this. And so, we may be doing a fundraiser to help do, but so financial security is important for the center, for you and for other people so that we can contribute to the ongoingness of the other people. Does that make sense? Okay, so I want you to think about, here's something, let's go through each one of these individually. What will it take, in your back of your mind, what will it take for you to receive or start to begin to feel peace of mind? Make sure it's not contingent upon someone else. Make sure it's not contingent upon our government getting along, right? Make sure it's not contingent upon anything other than what can you do as you step into your home today to establish a sense of peace in your mind. Next thing, good health. What can you do today, tomorrow, this week, to make sure that you're taking care of yourself? It's really easy to stress eat in front of the TV right now. That's not going to help anybody. So what steps are you going to take this week for that? What steps are you going to take to start dreaming what's next in your world? What's next in your life? Yes, we're going to be of service to other people. Our lives still continue to move on. Don't dismantle your dreams as you assist other people. Does that make sense? So what does that look like to you? What is a new relationship or a relationship that you're currently in that you would like to turn into a positive, more loving relationship? Or what would you like to establish as a new and loving relationship? Are you treating for financial security and material wealth? Are you treating for those things? Are you actively praying your financial security in? Making sure that you're staying established so that you can help others. Mary Morrissey was all, I think it was Mary Morrissey? One of the courses that was talking about what would it be like if you had so much financial security that helping others was never an issue. You could just do whatever you wanted to do to help others financially because you didn't have to worry about your own financial house. It was already in order. That was a part of a prosperity consciousness. And time and money freedom, to be able to do those things, to have the ability to do that. How are you establishing time for yourself? How are you tithing some time for your self-care? Okay, together please. The genius within me is now released. I am magnetic, harmonious, and poised for my highest good. My soul cherishes every aspect of life. There is a plan and my soul knows what it is. As I look out into the world, I really do cherish the experiences that I've had personally. And I want you to examine the personal challenges and things that you have walked through in your life and see where those created a life of value for you. Something to give, an experience that you've had that you can actually share with other people. And know that there is a plan for all of our highest and best good to unfold. We don't know why Mother Nature's doing what by the way, I have to tell you, on a side note, I am so sorry that Trey and I got married because I know my gay marriage has caused Irma and Harvey and any other hurricane. Really? Really, did you hear that? There was one of the evangelists was saying gay marriage is the cause of all of these hurricanes and things. And I thought, so I have to stand up now. I guess I need to apologize for that. Really? Anyway, never mind. That was very... Yeah, well, one or the other. I'm not sure. So I didn't mean to be judgy about that, but I did want to apologize if that in any way caused a hurricane. Caused global warming. Okay, next thing. This is one of the things that I look at when it comes to the creativity of, in situations like that are happening in our country right now, there has to be a creative idea to bring about resolutions to everything, okay? The old paradigms don't work anymore because the old paradigms are what brought us to certain situations. So now, as we approach our opportunity to create new things, there is a creative solution to every problem. Every possibility holds the promise of balance, order, and abundance. Let's say that together. There is a creative solution to every problem. Every possibility holds the promise of balance, order, and abundance. So as things are happening in the world, we can look and go, we know that the solutions are already there. That we know because there will be a balance and an order reestablished after something. Does this make sense? So walking in faith. God's ideas for me are perfect and permanent. I am harmonious, happy, radiant, and detached from all fear. Let's say that one together. God's ideas for me are perfect and permanent. I am harmonious, happy, radiant, and detached from all fear. One of the things that I remember, God's ideas for me are perfect and permanent. People always say, when things start to happen in their world and things start working that out for good, they're like, yeah, but I just know the next shoe's going to drop, right? So let's get rid of the idea that things cannot be good and stay that way, because if we have a consciousness that it can only stay so good so long before they change, then what can we expect? They'll be good so long, and then what's going to happen? They'll change again, and we'll feel like we're not going through the good things. So sometimes we're like, you know what? We need to have that consciousness in the back of our head that God's perfect ideas for me are perfect and permanent. All right? They're meant to stick. They're meant to stay. I am harmonious, happy, radiant, and detached from all fear. Does that mean I'm not going to have those feelings of fear at times? No, but I'm going to move off of them as quickly as I can because God's ideas for me are perfect and permanent, and I can move into a consciousness of balance and order. It's hard to say, it's challenging to believe while we know something is actively happening in our country, that balance and order are reestablishing itself, but it really is happening. We don't see it right now. We don't see it yet, but it is happening, and it will happen throughout the weeks. Does that make sense? All right. Now you can be open to change when the patterns of the past you need to protect yourself govern your every action. How can you be open to change if the patterns of the past are what you focus on all the time? Well, it used to be this way, so it's always going to be this way. That's not going to change your tomorrows. The way we approach things yesterday can't be the way we approach things tomorrow because it's a new day. It's a new consciousness, and things have happened in the world around us. So that's going to require us to step up to the change and be open to that. And when I say ask for openness, I have to ask myself to be open at times. A lot, actually, recently. Because sometimes when I hear things, I immediately want to shut down. Anyone else? I just want to just shut it down. And I just have a real difficult time staying open all the time. But I have to remind myself that that's my spiritual responsibility, to stay as open as I can and understand that I don't need to protect the actions of my past. In fact, the more time I spend protecting my past mistakes, the longer it takes for me to get into the newness of something. And the problem is the ego always wants to protect the past mistakes. It wants to hold on to them because to say that I am wrong, not an easy task, right? To say that I did something wrong, to say that I made a mistake, sometimes it can be a real challenge for us to fess up to ourselves. But the quicker we can do that, the quicker we can move off and stop protecting our past mistakes, we can become open and receptive to something new. Together, please. The genius within me is now released. I am magnetic, harmonious, and poised for my highest good. Hope and faith. Hope and faith. Hope looks forward. Faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. So hope looks forward. Hope looks forward. In other words, I make sure that I have the vision of what it is, and faith sets it into motion and acts accordingly. So I don't want us to stay stuck in the hope. I want us to vision the hope and then move into the faith, which is action. Hope establishes the vision of something positive. The faith is what's going to move it into manifestation. Hope is good because it gives us the vision. But I don't want us to constantly vision and wish and dream. I want us to come from a place of faith and do. Does that make sense? Evolution leads the way through desire. So there's so much to me. In fact, I'm almost overwhelmed at times, and maybe you feel the same way. I'm almost overwhelmed by how much I feel that there is a need for me to do or what I can do out in the world. It's overwhelming at times. So I have to know that evolution is going to lead me to that place as long as I'm mindful and I use my spiritual tools to get there. Here we go. Don't fall into the trap of having one face for the world and another for God. Yeah, right? Yeah. Be authentic. Be authentic. I mean, at this time in the world, I find it to be incredibly, what do I want to say? Cathartic. Yeah, cathartic. That's a good word. It's cathartic. It's also, I find that it's my responsibility to stay as authentic as I can to what's going on, to what I feel. Because we can all get drawn into other conversations or fear of what's happening around us. It's challenged to remain authentic, but that's kind of my goal, is to say there isn't just a face that I talk about here and a face that I am somewhere else. You kind of get both of them all the time. You get the same thing all the time. It's about being authentic all the time and doing the best you can to do it. Can someone be authentic all the time? I'll let you decide that, right? I'll let you decide that one. I think that we do our very best to be authentic, our very best to be authentic. Next question for you. Are you at a constant simmer? Anyone? Do you kind of feel like we're kind of at a constant simmer a little bit? That we need to be able to figure out a way to turn the heat off, not just turn the burner down, but actually turn it off and maybe take the pot off the stove for a little while? Make sure we're taking care of ourselves, folks. I mean, I'm not like a social media junkie because I like to look at social media. I've had to turn it off and say, you know what? I'm going to take a day away from all of this just to quiet it down. I'm going to take a self-imposed vacation, a couple days where I just, don't engage in what is so easily in front of us to engage in. That doesn't mean I'm going to be steeped in denial that it's not happening. It just means in order for me to be the very best I can be, there are times when we have to be able to say, I just need to breathe just a minute here. And I need to do it separate and apart from what's happening outside of my four walls. As selfish as that sounds, but I'm not any good if I'm immersed in all of it 24/7. Does that make sense? Okay, together please. The genius within me is now released. I am magnetic, harmonious, and poised for my highest good. So already, here we go. The healthiest response to life is laughter. What are you going to do to make that happen? There is always a reason to be grateful. What are you grateful for today? What are you going to do for today? I belong in I belong in the scheme of the universe. How do you fit in? You definitely fit in. You belong. Whatever it is that you can contribute to it. Whatever you can do. But you belong there. There's nothing to be afraid of. Yes, this storm, if we be having a different conversation if we were hunkered down right now in a safety unit in Florida somewhere. But right now, here in this very room right now, we don't have anything to be afraid of, right? We need to be conscious of what's happening, not afraid of what's happening. Does that make sense? Because my fear about what's happening isn't going to help it happen any easier for anyone else. What's going to happen is I need to be coming from a place of faith, so when I'm approaching my friends and my family who live in Florida and other places Houston's still on the map. We kind of like forgot about it when this other thing came on, right? I mean, all these things are still happening around us. So I just know that I am safe. I am safe. Right here, right now, I am safe. It may feel disconcerting because something's happening in the world that kind of makes you feel off balance, but you have to tell yourself over and over and over again, I am safe. Say it, just say it. I am safe, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. That doesn't ignore the fact that things are happening, but I've got to make sure that I stay centered in it and don't fall further into the fear canyon, okay? My life cherishes every aspect of my life, or my soul cherishes every aspect of my life. Make sure we're doing an inventory. I did that exercise. I was at dinner the other night, and I said to my friends, I said, you know, what if someone said to you, you had 1 hour in your home to prepare to evacuate? And if you never saw anything back in that house again, what would be the most important things you would grab? So we had this long discussion about what people would grab, right? And so then I thought, so in your everyday life, are these your priorities? Do they match? Do they match what you put in your car? Do they match with what you do every day? Imagine that. If I said to you, it has to be able to fit in your car. You've got 1 hour to put everything in the car that means something to you, and the rest of it you could let go willingly. What would you put in your car? And then the second question is, does it match your everyday behavior to cherish those things? Does that make sense? All right. Next thing, there's a plan and my soul knows what it is. I don't know where this thing is going, but I know that when I'm ready, my part in this plan will unfold. Lastly, there's a creative solution to every problem. Every possibility holds the promise of balance, order, and abundance. Everything will be reestablished. I don't need to know the how because the universe knows the how. I don't need to know when because the universe knows when. But I have to know that it knows how to reestablish those things. And I can't be afraid of how that's going to happen. I have to stand in my authentic faith and let it happen. Peace of mind, good health, creative and dream building, positive, fulfilling relationships, material wealth and security, time and money freedom. How are my basics still in motion on my wheel? Right? How is my wheel still turning even in light of the events that are going on in the world? That's it. That's it, folks. Thank you. Before I go, I want to make sure that Laura's World Day of Peace presentation Thursday is a really important thing for us to do as a faith community. Unfortunately, I have to be out of town on my other job, so she's going to take over that. But I really would like to have a presence of people here for that. And also that when she was talking about the unity of Houston, Michael Gott and Ricky Byers-Beckwith, that's actually the Unity Church in Houston, which is probably a very close family member, and Michael Gott. They had a lot of damage, and their people experienced a lot of damage. So if you were thinking about contributing to anything in Houston, and you haven't done that yet, this is a good place to do that. You can watch the telethon watch the program online. There's a place for you to contribute, and that way it's going directly to members of our congregation that are in Houston. And we're probably going to have the same thing going on in Florida, so just know that. All right? Anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. Yeah, thank you. That was good. I knew exactly what I would grab. I have so many videos of my babies, and that's what I would want. That's the only thing I would care about to take. So, and maybe some books. So, anyway, not books. I can always get more books. That was really thought-provoking. A lot going on. So I call our ushers forward. So this is where we give back to our center for this spiritual home, for our home that nourishes us and feeds our souls. So those of you that are live streaming, please hit the donation button, or you can text your offering to the center. So let us say our offertory prayer together. I give my offering with gratitude as I recognize the demonstration of Spirit's generosity in all areas of my life.
I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I believe in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
So let's just hold up our hands. Let's bless this offering and say our prayer together. This collective offering is Spirit in action. As it circulates into the universe, it touches and blesses many lives, including my own. All right, thank you. So at this time, I'd like to welcome our visitors. If you are here for the first time, please don't be bashful. Please stand up. We have a gift for you, and we'd love to welcome you. All right, thank you there. So that's a CD holder container with information about our center. Please stop by the foyer desk up here in the front and pick up a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks. We welcome you to the Valley. Enjoy your stay, and anybody that's from the Valley, come on back. So what's going on? So, over, especially for you who are here for the first time, over in the next building over, we have our own room, and we have our prayer team will be over there, and they will pray for you. If you're going through anything, please go over there and have them pray with you. Don't forget, Dale's class starts Tuesday, and please come Thursday. It's so important that we have that consciousness of world peace, and we want to be a part of this. We want to be, because consciousness does move and does create what we focus on. So let's just do a closing prayer. So from this place of knowing that right here, right now, where we are, it is all perfect, it is all good. And so we send our love and our prayers, and that knowing that God is right there with each person going through their own hurricane, their own turmoil. And that we know that all these first responders that risk their lives, that is God in action. God showing up, doing wonderful things, helping each other. And so I know that love for one another, that love for each other and for that divinity within each of us, that generosity opens up, and that each one of us feels that connection with each person that's there, and they feel our support. They know that they are not alone. And so we come together in that awareness, in that oneness, in that recognizing that together we can accomplish so many things. And we see that God is in action everywhere. And it is a reminder of us and how truly blessed we are. So right here and right now, we count our blessings. We say thank you. Thank you for who I am, for what I can do and what I am able to do, and for all that I have. And so in great gratitude for our lives, for every breath we take, for everyone that is in our life, we just say thank you and let it be. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone, and see you Thursday.